Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Let me start with a question, with a show of hands. Raise your hand if you're married. Come on. Yeah, if you're living with your significant other, it also counts. This is great. So let me tell you what I found. I found that AI can make your marriage life better. And let me tell you what happened. No, it's a real story. It was just the other day. My wife and I were getting ready to turn in for the night. We got into bed, under the covers. It was so comfortable. And then we realized the light is still on. Now, here's the predicament. Who's going to get up and turn off the light? Now, normally I wouldn't mind doing that, but I was really in the zone. I was so comfortable. And I don't know if you have that, but for me, sometimes in that zone, I know that if I'm going to get up and back in again, it's just not going to be the same. So luckily for me, I didn't have to get up because we have a Google Home in our bedroom that can control the lights. And all I had to do is say, please turn off the lights. And my assistant replied, turning off 2 lights. Now, without even thinking, I said, thank you. And my assistant replied, no problem. So the interesting thing was that without even realizing it, I started treating our AI assistant like a person, humanizing it. It just felt natural. Now, honestly, my wife wasn't on board and getting our house peppered with all these AI assistants, controlling the lights, the windows, the AC. But because it was so natural and easy to use, she got used to it. And it wasn't before too long that I caught her saying an unsolicited thank you to our AI assistant. They bonded. So the reason this is so noteworthy is that this type of experience wasn't even possible until not too long ago. And if you want proof for that, you need to look no further than the virtual keyboards on your mobile phones. Did you ever notice how the keys are arranged, the characters, Q, W, E, R, T, Y? It's a QWERTY keyboard arrangement. That's not random, and it's also not there for you. It's actually informed by the original mechanical typewriter design from over 150 years old. That's right. So the way these mechanical typewriters worked is that you would press a button, and a metal spoke would lunge at the paper to embed the character on it. But they had a design flaw. If you press keys that are close together, these metal spokes could collide and cause a mechanical error. So the way they solved it is that they distanced apart keys that would frequently be used together. So the design is informed to the machine. It's there to suit the machines and not human hands. Fast forward to today, and all of our keyboards are arranged that way. And we couldn't even imagine it any other way. So why this is important? It shows how complacent we have become in adapting ourselves to machines. And it's not just ourselves. It's our customers as well that we're expecting them to adjust and adapt. For years, we have learned how to adapt ourselves to machines. It is now time for machines to start adapting to us. Today, I will share with you how current contemporary AI is bringing back the humanity to product interfaces, allowing humans to go back to being human and not adapt to machines. Today, we'll explore how you can leverage AI technologies to bring back the humanity to the connection between your business and your customers through readily available services and technologies, most of which you're learning about here today in Transform. So before we can bring back the humanity, we need to understand what it is. Because when we're thinking about machines, we're not thinking about them as compassionate or sympathetic. Machines, even the smartest ones, lack the basic sensibilities and empathies that human beings have. But that is all changing now, thanks to AI. People often ask me, how is AI going to change the world in the next 3 years? And I think that AI is already reshaping the way we're interacting with technology. And it's doing that by doing something very basic, yet so powerful. And that is communicating on a human level. Whether through language, vision, or voice, it opens up opportunities to create new experiences. And AI is now finally ready to become the leading digital transformation initiative for businesses today. Well, we're not quite at the future Hollywood has predicted, but AI is already at a level of maturity in which we can completely transform the way we interact with technology, and in turn, the way our customers interact with your brand. So with that perspective in mind, let's think about a digital business today. How does that look? You have your app, you have your website, and they usually serve as your storefront and a communication hub, probably a lot of information for people to consume. It's a place for customers to access information and make a purchase decision, usually through a series of menus, panels, drop-down carousels. This offers customers the convenience of doing business on their own terms, on their own time. It allows your business to scale across time zones, across borders, and it takes the burden off your employees by allowing customers to serve. But there is something that is missing. There is one crucial thing that is missing, and that is the human connection. And we now know that the human connection is the leading factor in promoting brand loyalty and brand recognition. So technology has been trying to solve this for a while. A lot of sites nowadays use recommendation engines, for example, and sometimes they work great. I've been known to shell out some cash for the things you might also like section on the site, but sometimes they also epically fail. Just imagine shopping for a baby item, for a baby shower, and getting it, and then the next day, when you're looking for something else, you're still getting those baby item ads. And not to mention getting those baby item ads wherever you go online, right? Not so useful unless you have a baby. So the reason this is happening is because these systems, they don't know you. They're just reacting to something that you did. And it's because of this type of experiences and challenges that we're seeing now the resurgence of brick and mortar stores and the in-store shopping experience. Big online brands like Warby Parker and Amazon are now investing back in online, brick and mortar locations because at the end of the day, people still miss this connection. The next generation of consumers are all about this experience. It is happening across consumers and business users alike. They want to meld the convenience with the personalization, and striking that balance is an opportunity for digital businesses. By providing them with powerful AI tools, we can make consumers feel more than just an order number. We can empower employees, giving them AI superpowers. That is where AI can shine. Whether through language, vision, or voice, we can now deliver these game-changing experiences for our users. So let's take a look how they come into play in real life. Let's start with the language. So probably most of you know that information retrieval is probably the most boring topic known to mankind. But with AI and NLP, we can change that, right? We can allow users to ask questions in simple English and get a simple answer. So this is VentureBeat Transform. This shouldn't be news to anyone here, except that most businesses are still struggling to get it right. Yes, some businesses have deployed chatbots, but they usually only encompass a small fraction of the knowledge. And most of the organizational knowledge is still hidden behind traditional knowledge systems. However, if we can get this right, the emotional impact can be phenomenal. Just read the comment left by this person looking for a song that they liked. And I'll read it to you. I just searched for that French song, and this is the first response that I got. I have never felt more understood. All we humans want is to be understood. So if we can get this simple thing right, we can make all the difference and build a relationship between your consumers and your brand. So let's take a look at 2 brands that really did that right. Take Planned Parenthood. This is an organization that has taken it upon itself to tackle the most sensitive of human topics, sexuality and childbirth. Their clients look to them for answers for some very personal questions. And getting the answers right is paramount. But even more than that, creating a safe environment to ask that question is even more important. Using conversational AI, Planned Parenthood deployed a bot named Rue. It allows visitors to ask questions in simple English and get these answers, but they can do it confidentially without worrying they'll be judged. By imbuing Rue with emotional intelligence and empathy, they made the users feel welcome and comfortable and safe. Take Dyson, right? Dyson is a very interesting technology company. They employ scientists and inventors to create novel designs for household devices like vacuum cleaners and fans. Now, you might know that they recently put out a line of hair care products and hair dryers. Now, I know what you guys think. He really knows about hair care products, right? But I was also surprised. I was surprised to learn how many different attachments and stylers and these combinations can go together to create the right solution for you. So instead of creating comparison tables and data sheets that user will have to go through, they created a concierge shopping experience. It's sort of like an AI personal stylist that is asking you, what style of hair do you have? How do you like to wear your hair? And it's building this right solution for you. And it's allowing you to feel comfortable about making a purchase decision when you're ready. So these examples were only leveraging language. But we know that 90% of communication is nonverbal, meaning it's visual. So how can we take advantage of that visual experience? Take a company like Zikit, for example. This is a startup company that has made it their mission to bring the visual shopping experience to customers worldwide. And they're providing a platform that e-commerce sites can use and allow you to see yourself wearing something before you buy it. Just imagine going on a site, you look at a suit or a dress, and you ask yourself, is this going to look good on me? Is this the right size? And there's a lot of guesswork involved. And it's a reason of why many people just don't shop online. But just imagine if you could just snap a picture of yourself and then look at yourself like in a mirror, and you can dress yourself with any item on their catalog. It creates the comfort and the confidence in picking things that you like. It creates a connection right there and then between the item that you're shopping for and yourself. Another great example of vision-based AI solution is Google Photos. So for years, we've been documenting our lives with our cell phones, but up until a few summers ago, if I wanted to find a picture of my baby on a beach, I would have to scroll through thousands of pictures. But today, all I need to do is just type baby on a beach and get these great pictures. Now, what's interesting about this solution is that it's not only utilizing vision, it's also combining that with natural language processing for one cohesive experience. So last but not least, we need to talk about voice. There is a ton of excitement about voice today, and it's no secret that voice has invaded our lives through and through. And I already shared with you how voice AI has made my marriage life better. But the thing is, we can use voice AI to make these human experiences more human. Voice is only going to get more prevalent. And we need to think about voice beyond assistance. Right? Today, I can use my voice to operate my TV. Tomorrow, it'll be my car. Just imagine talking to your colleague about a meeting tomorrow at a certain time, and then have an invite magically appear on both of your calendars. That is the power of voice, releasing us from the burden of day-to-day operations. Sounds good, doesn't it? So that is the power of AI. Whether through language, vision, or voice, we can create new types of experiences for businesses and customers alike. The potential is limitless. But if we are to realize that potential, there is something that we must do. And I mean all of us in this room. We must bring back the human connection. Remember, at the end of the day, it's not about the technology. It's about the experience it creates. Done right, technology should fall to the background and disappear. And I challenge all of us to rekindle our empathy and embrace humanity through AI. Let's not think only about how we can drive the technology forward, but think, really think about how we can use the technology to drive the human experience forward. Thank you very much.